What's up, guys? It's Cyan. I'm back and looking at the division today. Now, update 1.6 is coming out, and it's going to be a pretty major update. This is going to be the update for the PvP people out there. It has some PvE in it, so don't get too butthurt and saying, "Oh, it's all about PvP. What about me?" Because you guys tend to do that, like every patch. Like when somebody gets like a little something, something, the other side is just like, "Dog, like what happened? Why we can't get stuff?" And like don't be silly. Anyway, this update is 1.6. And is determined to be the last stand. There's going to be a link in the description that gives you a full overview of everything that you can read. It's pretty long, so you might want to just take the time out to read it so you can understand. But I am a Division fan. I don't cover it a lot on the channel because I have to play it kind of like personally, because it's very hard for me to stream it. My computer is not up to speed to actually stream this game. It's sad, but it's the truth. I'm not trying to put it on the front. My computer can't hang with it, so I just can't stream it, but I do play it. So with that said, with this 1.6 is going to be in the public test server soon. Well, they're saying soon. They don't give an exact date on that, but you're probably going to see some pictures right here, the trailer, and some gameplay. We're just going to basically talk about it. So it's basically going to be taking place in the northern part of the Dark Zone. Ouch, let me get that. And they're going to expand on the map, which is pretty cool. And it kind of gives you a little bit of a 8-on-8 PvP type of feel, which I like that. It's going to be two teams in the 8-on-8. There's going to be, I guess, like Alpha and Bravo on whatever seat, like good agents versus dark agents. And it's actually going to be 3 new areas, and that's going to be cool too, because we're going to get to see something that we don't normally actually see, which I believe is Dark Zone 7 through 9 or something like that. I believe that's what it's called. So we haven't actually seen that, and it's pretty cool. So a new Dark Zone areas that are actually going to come are actually going to have waves and actually come out kind of a little similar to, like, I guess you could say like the Call of Duty has waves with the zombies and things like that. And I'm looking forward to that, because a little bit of PvE to go along with the PvP. I do mess around with the Dark Zone here and there when I get a chance to. It's not the best thing in the world for me. It's not for most players is not really the best thing in the world. So we gotta just take it for what it is and try to, and hope that it gets a good balance in between. And because it seemed like the balance was a little bit off with the Dark Zone. So hopefully, the whole Dark Zone will be cool. And they're also going to have fast travel, and I always thought that, why was there any fast travel? Because just travel, it's fine that you want people to have to go through loot and then get extraction with the loot and everything else, but I thought the non-fast travel was kind of lame, but we're going to have it now. So the next thing I want to talk about is the contamination events. They are going to be special events within the Dark Zone, and pretty much what you're going to be able to do is go in there, and there's going to be contaminated body bags all over the place and things like that. So you actually need a little bit of virus contamination protection, and that's going to be good. And it's supposed to go on intervals of an hour each, and have these pretty nasty elite cleaners that come out, and hopefully they won't be too badass and just stomp over your face because I don't want super badass mobs just one shot at me, because I'm not the Dark Zone guy or stuff like that. I'm more of a PvE guy, but I still want to go in the Dark Zone, being that this patch is going to majorly be about that. So we'll see if those events are going to be relatively good. Just have some good chances at loot and just something different. In the contaminated area, you also, sorry, I have a cold, and I don't know why I decided to do this, but I have a cold, so I got to fight my way through this video. Also, you have to manage the way that you have your health, because your health goes down, so you have to determine what's best for you. You got to deal with your health going down, as well as deal with somebody else who actually has maybe trying to shoot you, and deal with the elite cleaners. So it's kind of like a very white knuckle type of thing, and you may actually not get too far in there before somebody either tries to take a shot at you or the environment kills you itself. The next thing that we're actually going to talk about is the Dark Zone leaderboards. They actually are going to have that in this time around. It's going to basically have the PvP, the PvE, and then the PvP for people who are getting kills, and then how many times have you survived a manhunt on yourself, extractions, how many times you hijacked, and that's going to be a little bit exhilarating. I think is added in. People like to be people like to be on top. Guys like to see their names up there in lights, even though it don't mean a damn thing. and you necessarily probably won't really like it won't necessarily be that great to have your name up there. Beyond the loot, there's loot. Yes, there's gonna be loot. It's gonna be in 3 tiers of loot, and if you get in the top tier, then you're gonna get that top tier loot, man. You get that loot. Middle tier, and then the bottom tier. The bottom tier is probably like the people who are just like running around and hiding from shit and stuff like that. So we'll see how that works. I'll probably be like in the bottom tier because I don't be running around trying to kill people. I just be trying to get along in the dark zone. And like, can we just all get along and kill some mobs? And people like, hell no, PvP die. And yeah. So next thing up is for the hardcore people who like legendary difficulty, because that shit's gonna be in the game. So if you think that you're just gonna come in and be all badass with your builds, because I see all you on YouTube, I'm a YouTuber too, some of you got your builds, and you're like, look at my badass survival build, I can kick ass, man, I'm gonna go PvP and tank people, and yeah, that's about to go away. We're gonna talk about that next. But I can go to PvP and kill somebody, kick some ass, and look at my build, I got 100,000 views on my build, you can't fuck with me. And yeah, okay, so here's legendary difficulty for your ass, and yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I can't wait to see the videos after that. We'll see. It's going to be difficulty for Times Square, Warren Gate, Napalm, and a few other places, but we will see how much of trash talking there is going to be, because there's some YouTubers who are trash talking right now. I ain't gonna point no names, but we'll see what your builds do. So next up, we got new exotic items, new gear sets, and what I'm actually going to talk about with this, and I'm not going to go too much longer, but with the gear sets and with the gear set changes, a lot of what happened in this game is you could be a tank and be a DPS at the same time. It's like the only game that you were able to do crap like that. So you would be running around super tanky as all hell, rolling gear with armor on it, and then you have like guns that are like mini rocket launchers, and like that doesn't make any sense. What's the point of even having a build if everybody could do that? So they nerfed all that shit. So that's about to be all nerfed. We're going to see in the PTS how much that changes the gameplay and everything. It makes builds actually be builds, and makes gameplay and sets actually like act like sets. You know, we'll see. There's a few sets that are going to get nerfed. There's some adding some new sets in, and it's going to be overall, I'm really interested in seeing how all that works. Also, resistance is actually going to be a little bit nerfed and, you know, changed from here and there. Bonuses are going to be moved. Some armor bonuses are going to be changed over to health, so you have more health. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be more tough. You're just going to have more health. If somebody has a bad enough gun, your health ain't going to be shit at that point. So now it's going to actually be more or less about that team play, more or less about knowing your environment and not just running and gunning and just being a bullet sponge and killing every damn body. You have to use the environment and like hide behind things and be a good sniper, be a good headshot type of guy, or position properly for the shotty, stuff like that. Shotty is still kind of like, I don't know. After they nerfed shotties just became a point where it was like blah. At that point, like I didn't even care about shotties no more. But with that said, and everything that's coming through on the pipe, I just wanted to just to put all this stuff out there, and just, you know, it should be interesting. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it as far as the PvP, because that's part of what was kind of hurting me with PvP in this game, is because I felt that there was like no need at all, like for certain, like just go out, get some armor and to get some like a 4 set and just run out there and shoot everybody until you die. That was what was happening. What's happening right now, and there really isn't that much skill behind that. People are going to get mad, and somebody probably is going to come into this video and just say, it's not like that, I got tactics and shit, like when they're lying. But it is what it is. That's why if you look in the article that I'm going to link at the bottom of this video in the description, you're going to see that the developer itself has said, hey bro, y'all had too much armor, we gotta nerf that shit. So hopefully all this leads to the game reinvigorating itself even more, kind of like how Elder Scrolls is. I'm very happy with this game. I'm happy with Elder Scrolls too, but I'm happy that this game didn't fall, because it seemed like it was going to fall, and they came back 1.4, they came back 1.5, they're coming back, and hopefully this will help PvP balancing and overall skill balancing in the game, and just give us something, you know, extra to do, and we should have some fun with it. So that's all I really got for you guys right now. I just want to talk about it because I'm probably going to publish this on MMO site and just get the news out there, and hopefully the game keeps pushing in the right direction. That's all I got. You guys be legendary. I hope to see you in game, because you probably won't see me stream it, but you'll see me in game. And peace.